Hey, my name's Peachy. Welcome back to the channel. A channel that looks at a little bit anyway, collecting figures, He-Man, wrestling, all the good stuff from the 80s before they got destroyed by the toys these days. And we also look at reselling for a profit, because there's no point going to business and just making all this revenue if you're not actually making a profit, because you're basically a charity. You may as well call yourself a not-for-profit organisation, and you're just kind of wasting your time. You're fooling yourself. So today we are going to head to our favourite store to try and find some of these items that we're going to do the old flipperoo on, hopefully, and then we're going to go back and we're going to list them kind of towards the end of my holidays at the moment. So I'm just going to get that draft bank to the max, and then we're just going to list a few items every day to keep the algorithm in check, or keep the algorithm interested in our store, promoting our store. But enough babbling from me. Let's get to Savers. And we're off to Savers, and today we have some good stuff to donate. And I do mean good stuff because a lot of people donate their crap here to save on tip charges. And we have picked up a 20% off voucher, which allows us to get 20% off up to $100 in spend, which a dollar saved is a dollar earned. And we want to make as much profit as we can. And as per normal, we've head off to the DVD box set, season sets, that type of thing. Had the Lone Ranger sealed, doesn't really go for too much money, same as Mrs. Brown's, both sealed. It's good to see sealed DVDs, but sometimes it doesn't really make much difference if it's not a desirable set. And we also found some Doctor Who, 2 box sets of Doctor Who. I think they're just like special type box sets, not seasons. And you could probably buy both and bundle them up, and you'd probably make a bit of money maybe. But again, not really passionate about those type of DVDs, so we moved on. We found this PlayStation sign which lights up. I think it's like a USB type one. No, it's got batteries. Sorry, it had batteries. You put batteries in it and it lights up. Pretty cool, I guess. But yeah, I think there's a vintage one which goes for a bit more money than this one. They had this painting of the Melbourne Storm. I think it's Cameron Smith, Billy Slater, and someone else. Would have been type of pretty cool thing to put in your pool room, I guess. But again, not for us. And I also had like this Harley Davidson sign. It's got that vintage look, but it's more just styled that way to make it look old. To the VHS, we found a Crocodile Dundee VHS tape. Don't see these too much, but trying to cut back on the VHS a little bit. And also had Betty Boop. Again, do like checking out the VHS to see what you can find, but as most of the time you find nothing. And to the book section, they had this Flying Higher Essendon type history book. Yeah, but unfortunately, this time we didn't get it, and we crashed and burned on that one. All right, just going to interrupt you there. And we're going to look at some of the video games. Okay, we're not. I did get a couple of video games, but they're kind of stacked in, sorted in piles for me to actually list them. There's no point them being in boxes, gathering dust, and not making money. Well, they're going to be my draft bank soon. Anyway, the first thing we did, we got this Monster High toy. Just sold a lot of 8 for about $80 plus post recently. These dolls go quite well. Some YouTube resellers will claim they don't know what these are, even though they've got 37,000 subscribers. You do know what these are, otherwise I don't know what you're doing. You're in the wrong game. Get Monster High if you see them. We got this Mario Kart Mario characters hat. Pretty cool hat. Don't know, doesn't fit my head because it's a kid's hat, youth hat. I've got a big head as well. Just a cool hat. Don't think it'll go for too much, but pretty cool hat just to see regardless. And the next thing we got was some Simpsons DVDs. Kind of like middle of the season. We've got season 8. All the discs are in there. All the discs look good. We got season 10, and we got season 9, 8, 9, 10. So nice little group there of DVDs. We've also got a couple of older series in the collection, which eventually we'll do a nice little bundle with, because The Simpsons apparently goes okay. I think there's only 20 seasons on DVD. The rest weren't made. So Simpsons DVDs, get them if you see them. Well, if they're cheap. We got to be excited when we saw the number 2 on an AFL jersey. Sometimes we think play issue, but unfortunately we're a bit disappointed here. I think it's just a fan one, and it's from Kmart. Something similar, like one of those sports power type shops. I think number 2 was Nathan Jones at the time. Found the Frankston Blues NBL 1 basketball jersey. NBL 1 stuff doesn't really sell for much, or if anything, but this one was potentially worn by Igor Hadzimaniak. He did play a bit for Melbourne United, but we're not sure about that. This was a nice colourful EA Sports FIFA 20 soccer jersey, or gaming jersey, probably more a soccer design jersey, but unfortunately the price on it was just a bit too high for us, and we left it there. It was a bit cheaper we may have. This Barcelona was a fake, and it wasn't a good fake either, and the local jerseys we're going to pick up. Did find a Collingwood Magpies new with tags, and it wasn't too badly priced. We're happy to take a chance on that. New with tags, again, it's not the sponsored one, it's just the usual Kmart type ones. LeBron James jerseys was $35, and it's a fake, a bad fake at that, so I don't know who's doing the price in here, but I need to get off that green stuff. Moving on. More soccer jerseys, and some of the local jerseys, they're even priced up to like $15. Then you'll have like a Chelsea, even though it's a fake, at $4, $5. Weird pricing, but that's what I love about Savers. Onto the t-shirts, we found some bargains here, $3.50. Jimmy Barnes, for both of these was $3.50 each, and Jimmy Barnes tends to sell because Aussies love him. This Hoodrich, I think it's called, a really good brand. Haven't picked it up as of yet, but for that price, we're not touching it. Had a bit of embossing on that Hoodrich symbol though, which was pretty cool. This clown t-shirt here, good price as well. Slipknot, I think they come into Australia fairly soon, and for $3.50, that's a cool t-shirt. Would have probably picked it up whether they were coming or not. That's just a bit of a creepy t-shirt. I like it. The Big Bang Theory, this is a Bazinga t-shirt. Sometimes you see the red one, which is in every op shop, but this one's just a bit more of an animated with the cast of Big Bang Theory. Thought it was pretty cool. Didn't pick it up though. And I thought this was Office t-shirt there. Pretty cool shirt if you like The Office. And also had a Kyrie Irving. This was another kind of sick t-shirt. Bit of a different style to it, but we didn't pick up either of them. All right, now on to, it's kind of become one of my biggest sellers, is t-shirts. I never thought that would be the case, but it's also probably one of my most profitable items because I buy them low, sell them for quite a little bit. Okay, we're selling for quite high. Good profit margin on these. And again, some people say, I don't care about profit margins. What? What are you talking about? Why are you in this game? Crazy thing to say. We found this Lego tram. It's from Brickvention, Australia, so it's kind of little mini characters there with the Lego tram. Brickvention, apparently it was held in Melbourne. Kind of makes sense with the tram. They'll go all right. Some little Lego expert will hopefully buy that. Gravedigger, gave a cheap t-shirt, just a cool one I thought. Big monster truck, Gravedigger. And it kind of says, sharpening the shovel, keeping the shovel sharp or something on those lines. Cool t-shirt, like it. This one kind of like I think it's like a rap t-shirt. Back in the 90s, all the cool kids wore this. This one's like a baseball shirt. Starter. It's all the rappers and all the cool kids apparently were wearing this. I didn't. I guess I wasn't cool. Data, nice t-shirt or shirt buttoned up like a baseball jersey. Slipknot. This one's a cool t-shirt. I think these guys are coming to Australia soon as well. And it's just a pretty cool clown. Bit of a creepy looking t-shirt there. Slipknot. Again, another cheapie. Another Data. Again, all the cool kids in the 90s, the early 2000s were wearing this brand. So I guess it's kind of maybe vintage. I don't know if it's vintage, but it must be close. Because I remember being in a young'un. Even though I'm pretty good for 40, nearly 46, right? See some of the YouTubers, Jesus. The Anti-Social Social Club, an orange one. A bit of a contradiction, I guess, the Anti-Social Social Club. This stuff sold well for me in the past. Happy to pick it up again, because if it sells, I buy it again. Next one, I'm not sure about this one. I'm not sure about this t-shirt, but GoldenEye, bit of James Bond, 007. I think it's a pretty cool t-shirt. Didn't pay much, so again, we're not risking much. Dew Barnes, probably one of the best singers back before he started his drink and he lost his voice. This one's got a concert t-shirt, or at least an album t-shirt. Jimmy Barnes always seems to go quite well. A lot of Barnesy supporters out there, a lot of Barnesy fans. This one I'm not sure about. Didn't comp it up, got it home. Doesn't go too good, just thought it was cool at the time. It's like a Simpsons Billabong collab. I do like collabs, the two brands get together and make a product or a t-shirt, clothing item. But Billabong and Simpsons, don't think it hit the mark too much, but that's okay. Back to Jimmy, the working class man Barnes. Another t-shirt. Again, these sell everything Jimmy Barnes, John Farnham, that type of stuff. It doesn't last too long, so I'm happy to pick him up. And the first time I ever picked up Alice Cooper, this guy used to freak me out a bit as a kid. I think he was on WWF for a bit. In the early days with Jake the Roberts, and him and Jake the Snake used to hold a snake. That's like a concert t-shirt, and that's actually like in a coffin. Pretty cool t-shirt. Alice Cooper. Can't say I'm a big fan of his music, but definitely a unique, cool looking t-shirt. So that's the t-shirts. It's almost Super Bowl time in the NFL, the National Football League. We found this Odell Beckham Jr. New York Giants jersey. It was a kid's one. It was priced a little bit too high to resell. Good thing was a family picked this up. A family with kids picked this up for their kids shortly after. We found this into the hats. We found this New York Rangers 5950, which is a size in. New Era hat. New York Yankees. Always a team people seem to go for. And one thing we do regret not picking up was this Golden State Warriors hat. It's got this really unique badge there with the 1947 on there. It's got all these pins and badges and gold on it. Very unique looking item, but we left it there. One music artist a lot of resellers love is Bon Jovi. They'll claim to like all this hardcore metal stuff and all this other nonsense, but deep down they love the Bonge. And unfortunately for that price, we weren't loving the Bonge today, and we put it back on the shelf. Kawasaki, pretty good motorcycle brand, and we found this jacket. It was priced a little bit too high for us though, and again, there's probably profit to be made here, but again, being a casual reseller, we want to be a bit more picky about items we choose and the pricing we actually really pick up items for. But again, this sort of stuff can go quite well. All right, on to the jerseys. These are generally a pretty big profit margin item as well. Okay, I'll talk profit margins and profit, because otherwise you're kidding yourself. You become, I don't know. I won't go on. We've got a LeBron James. This looks kind of new, barely worn. It is a bit of a fakeroo, but it's a good fakeroo, which I like. So we'll pop that one up, and LeBron's probably only got a couple more years left. But little Bronny, he's starting up as well, even though he's not that good. I've got a Pierce-Dale Vultures. The Vultures, very unique looking jersey. That's why I got it. And they're called the Vultures. I mean, you don't want to be messing with the Vultures, do you? Vultures AFL, local footy team. I don't know, 15k up the road. Another Lakers jersey, Kobe. A Kobe Bryant, purple. Did sell one of these about a week ago, actually. So rotating the stock. One Kobe goes out, another Kobe comes in. This one, Hurricanes Rugby. It's like a kid's jersey. But again, don't sleep on the kids' jerseys. Yes, they don't move as well, but you generally get them for cheaper. This one is a Hurricanes. I think they're a Wellington or New Zealand team. It's got some autographs on there. I don't know who they are. But again, getting the cheap. Your kids, a lot of people don't understand. You're not going to be paying $60 for a kid's jersey when you can buy it for like $20, $25 on eBay. That's what people don't realise about the kids' jerseys. Parents don't want to pay $80 to have their kid wear the local or the team they support. Country Road Heritage t-shirt. I think this one's like a navy blue. These things move quite well. Same with the jumpers, pullovers. Post Malone, not sure about this one. Don't really know what he thinks. He looks pretty cool though. Post Malone, I think he's more what the younger kids are into these days, the young whippersnippers. I can still take them to school in basketball though. I might be old, but still school the kids. A Chucky 3 t-shirt. I mean, Child's Play 3 with Chucky, that's a pretty gruesome looking. I do remember watching that as a kid. How cool is Chucky? Back when, I don't know, good horror movies. I do like them. Speaking of going back to the 80s, the old Commodore 64, my first computer. This thing was awesome, especially once you got the disk drive. And it just felt like you're like, oh my God, look how cool these graphics are. Yeah, not so much these days. And All Blacks, I think this is a training jersey. New Zealand All Blacks. This is kind of an orange one. A little bit different, but hey, different's cool. You don't have to wear a black All Blacks jersey when you can wear a orange one. It's good to be different. Sometimes unique sells. Got very excited when I saw this from a distance. It was like this. It was like this on the shelf. And I was like, oh, is that a play issue? Is that a play issue? I saw the sponsor. I go, that's a Carlton. Picked it up. Not a play issue, but it's definitely a fan of, I don't know who this is, number 31. I've looked up number 31 for Carlton. There's not many big superstars that have worn 31. It's on the Nike tag, the on-field team Nike. So it's quite old, I think, that team Nike. I think it might be going back 15, 20 years at least. Lakers again. This is the third Lakers jersey, but this one's a bit different. Lakers, and this guy was one of Canada's best basketball players, Steve Nash. I think he only played 1 or 2 seasons with the Lakers, kind of ended his career, but because he only played 1 or 2 seasons, they didn't make many of these. Makes it supply and demand, makes it a bit rare. Don't normally pick up these sort of jerseys. These are kind of like the sports power ones from the not long ago, or Kmart. They kind of just had the club logo and the AFL logo. It is new with tags. No sponsorships on there, but because it was new with tags, I decided I'd buy it. Again, this one's a Paris Saint-Germain soccer jersey. It looks quite real. I don't think it is, it's not. And it's Mbappe. Apparently he's one of the better players in the world, the one the kids all seem to like at the moment. I think they got from Messi to Ronaldo to Mbappe, I hope I'm saying that right. Another Lakers jersey, this time again, someone didn't play for overly long, and this is Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard Lakers. A lot of Lakers in this lot. And some of the cooler, unique, I'll say more unique looking jerseys. Collingwood, we've got a Collingwood 2010. These are good for the pool room, I reckon. It's got a 2010 at Collingwood. Got that fan blowing because I've actually got air conditioning in my shed. 2010 Premiership team. So you can see all the players, where they played, and they beat St Kilda that year. And then we also got another one, also from, this one's a 1990 Collingwood football team. It has got a bit of writing on it. So to Gleneace, go Pies. So to Gleneace, go Pies, number 22. And number 22 from that Premiership team was Tony Shaw. He was the captain. And it's got the 1990 Premiership team on there. So all the players from 35 years ago, almost 35 years ago today, including Darren Mullane, rest in peace. Imagine how good he would have been had he kept, or had not died, I suppose. That's the jerseys. In the games and jigsaws area, we found this Australian cricket jigsaw puzzle, and it's got some of the Australian legends on the front cover. You can see Booney, got Shane Warne, I think it's Ian Healy, in those lovely looking Southern Cross style uniforms that seem to sell for quite a bit of money on eBay these days. But unfortunately, jigsaws, you just don't know what you're going to get. Are you going to get all the pieces, missing one piece? Who knows? We're not going to pick them up. Creepy Towers, this game, board game, thought it was unique. Thought it might have gone for a little bit of money, but not to be. It's just a different, unique looking item, which we put back on the shelf. The action figures, had those usual type Batman, Spider-Man type ones. That Superman one there was a little bit different. I think you can actually squeeze him, kind of like a therapeutic type thing. Off to the plush, found a Care Bear. We did find a Care Bear, but we didn't care about the Care Bear. We threw him back. Found a Cabbage Patch doll. Got a little bit excited because I've got a couple at home which I want to bundle up. This one had its clothing, but it was missing a shoe. Had it had its extra shoe, I may have considered this, but unfortunately the shoe is missing and we're not adopting her today. I think Paddington Bear is coming out, or is out on the movies at the moment, and they had this Paddington Bear on a tricycle, and it was very unstable on this thing. He really needed a bit of support with it. They had this crate creature. These just look unique. They look kind of cool. Not worth much money, but unique. We found this Coles Builders collector's game. I think it's Pokemon, but someone had kind of given up on their dream to collect them all. They said, I'm not falling for that marketing ploy. And they said, see you later, Pokemon. Some of these game guides, this is an Overwatch video game official guide to helping you play the game, but it doesn't really go for huge money, so we put that one back, and it was time to go to the registers and leave. And it pains me to say it, but I live in Melbourne, and in a few more months it's going to start to get quite cool. You know, you're going to have those colder seasons come along, unfortunately, and it's going to get quite cold. But the good thing about that is that AFL will start back up, and I did pick up a vintage AFL jersey. This is Vivid AFL, and it's on that Vivid, that brand Vivid. What a brilliant company. They made some awesome stuff. It's like a Richmond vintage jacket. Nothing on the back, unfortunately, just a Richmond. This will keep you warm though. It's got that kind of that itchy, woolly type material, but that's the stuff collectors love. We've got a Collingwood jacket, just ISC. This one's pretty cool though. Collingwood stuff does move well. That's got the sponsor on the logo. That will sell, and hopefully it sells well, because again, you're buying that new, you're probably looking at close to $100, maybe more. First time I bought this brand, never heard of it until I comped it up, and I saw, wow, this is actually a pretty good jacket, a pretty good brand. It did look like it was worth a bit of money though in saying that, and it's Boy London. It's got these tags on it that says remove before flight. I don't know what that means. Boy London, nice big warm jacket. It's got like this eagle or hawk or something at the back there. That's a pretty cool jacket. You're gonna look like you're rocking the shows, the fashion shows in that one. You're gonna be in Milan or Paris or New York. You'd be a model in that. Why wouldn't you buy that? State of Origin, the Maroons, what do you want to call them? It's going to be starting up again quite soon, the big State of Origin. And this is the Queenslander 4X. Could have the 4X jacket, State of Origin, New South Wales, Queensland. They don't like each other, but I like this jacket. And I think someone probably in Queensland will like that too. Maybe someone in the colder states might buy it. This one was actually quite cheap. Juventus, I think they're an Italian soccer team. I'm pretty sure they are. Juventus, just a basic jacket, or hoodie should I say. It's got the Juventus logo there, nothing too fancy. Well, hopefully the Italian buys that. I'm sort of a fan of the club. Rugby season's also starting up, and we've got a South Sydney, what team's this? The Roosters, what's South Sydney? The Roosters, Sydney Roosters, just a nice jacket. Again, does get cold, does rain a bit in Sydney. So again, nice warm jacket, happy with that one. R.L. Williams, don't buy R.L. Williams too much, but this one was quite cheap. I think it's a female one, it says size 12, so I'm assuming guys don't wear size 12s. Someone hopefully on the ranch, well, the farming people will buy that hopefully, while they're mastering their cattle around. Another Bunnings flannel shirts. These go well. Anything Bunnings pretty much sells well, so I'm always happy to pick it up. And the last thing we picked up, a team that's kind of gone out of business. They're gone, no more. And it's a Melbourne Rebels rugby jacket. So again, might not be much demand or interest at the moment, but as time goes on and people reminisce about, oh, remember that Melbourne Melbourne rugby team we had? Yeah, they'll want to buy this, Melbourne Rebels. And so that's all the jackets. If you got this far, you're an absolute legend, and good luck to you with your reselling and your thrifting and your sales and all that whatnot. Till next time, see you on the flip side. See you later.